Yo guys, it's Andrea again. You probably remember me from the video A Weird Fetish. Yeah, everything sounded good and dandy in that one, but something really bad happened right before I sent my story to Real Life Talk. So you can consider this as a part 2, I guess. Well, anyways, I'll tell you how my love story didn't turn out to be as perfect as I thought, or as I stated in the last video, I guess. I'll summarize it quickly. My boyfriend Colin has this weird fetish where he can only get horny when we do it in public places. It's called dogging. We have done it in some really crazy places in public, like dressing rooms and mall bathrooms. Before sending in my last story, we did it at a beach, and he asked me to do oral underwater. And I felt something a little weird in my mouth while I was doing it, and it wasn't what you were thinking. Okay, so now you know all the background. I'm going to keep going with my story. The next morning after the beach thing, I felt terrible. I had a really bad headache and a stomach ache that made me think I should sleep by the toilet. I didn't, though. I had no idea what was going on. The feeling was so strong I couldn't even get out of bed. Colin was worried about me, so he gave me some medicine. The night before, we had pizza, and I convinced myself that maybe the cheese was bad and that was all that was happening to me. But anyways, loud noises were making the headache even stronger. Colin helped me to the car and took me to the hospital. The doctor at the ER asked me the typical questions about my diet. He thought maybe I had some sort of food poisoning. He proceeded to run some tests and discovered it was an allergic reaction. What? How? I kept asking because I definitely wasn't going to eat something that I was allergic to, obviously. He didn't know what it was, but he was certain that it was an allergic reaction, so he ran some more tests. Of course, we needed to find out more. Was I allergic to pizza now? Oh God, that would literally be the worst thing in the world. Besides, like, famine and war, obviously. But I was surprised too, because I didn't have hives or any visible swelling on my body. Visible, keyword. My stomach was swollen like a balloon, and I thought I was about to burst. The doctor gave me some pills that were a really strong anti-allergic, but they also made me really sleepy. I was sleepy for a few hours, and I woke up as if nothing had ever happened to me. I wanted to go home, but the doctor insisted that I wait a while until they got my lab results, since it was really dangerous for me to go home without knowing what made me that sick. So I waited a few hours, and then the doctor came in with my results. Apparently, I'd eaten seafood. I told him that was impossible because I knew I was allergic to seafood and I would never eat that. He insisted that seafood was the cause and then sent me home with some pills. I was so confused on the way home from the ER. I tried to remember everything I did the day before to just figure out what could have caused this. And then something came to mind. Do you remember that I felt something weird in my mouth when I was doing oral on Colin? It was something squishy and salty, like wet latex. As soon as I went home, I went online and Googled squishy and latex flavor and found something that could have been my answer. I visited this forum about Asian cuisine, and people were describing the flavor of raw jellyfish as squishy and salty. One of them even said, like, biting a condom. Oh my God. There were more descriptions, and all of them were pretty similar to what I accidentally ate. There was no doubt. I ate a small, raw, and live jellyfish while performing oral sex. Oh my God. It feels just like so weird even thinking about that. And honestly, more weird saying it out loud. I called the doctor and told him that I accidentally ate a jellyfish. He asked how, and I said, apparently we simply bought the strangest pizza on earth. He didn't buy it, but he didn't ask more questions about it. But I think there is a moral lesson here. Or at least a health lesson. I'm telling you, if you don't know what you're allergic to, go to a lab and take all the tests you can to find out. The doctor told me that I was lucky because my reaction was one of the easiest to cure. But there are others that you have to act within minutes or it could be really dangerous, like deadly kind of dangerous. Anyways, what do you guys think of my story? I'll be reading your comments. I hope nothing weirder than what already happened happens to me after I send this one in.